guys, Rob here, back with another market report. So we've seen some interesting shifts in the last 4 weeks, namely on both on price and activity. Now this is more so for the downtown market. Now having said that, there are similar trends, across the board, but for this video, I'm focusing primarily in the downtown area. So for I've done this up to for the last 2 weeks, so from September 22nd to the 6th. So yeah, let's just get right into it. The overall average price in the downtown area for condos was $816,000, and the most frequently occurring was around the $705,000 mark. So now I'm going to break this down. So on the one-bedroom side, so studios, one bedrooms, 1+ dens, we were looking at an average price of around $630,000. With a 1+ den sort of starting a little more towards the $700K range. There's a couple reasons for this. I mean, typically your 1+ dens are going to be on average, are going to be a little bit bigger than 1 bedrooms. But the other thing is that having that den space, providing it's actually usable, will often attach a bit of a premium to the property. And also, so the average days on market was about 3 weeks, with the most frequently occurring lasting about 2 weeks. And just the main reason for this is, because you often have a small handful of properties that, for whatever reason, they just wind up sitting on the market for ages, and then they bring that average number up. So it's not necessarily indicative of what the main trend is. That median number would actually be more so. So now on the 2-bedroom side, this is where it gets a little interesting. So the average price for 2 bedrooms was almost 1.1, so $1,070,000, with the median price at $892,000. So interesting thing for this, and I'll kind of tie this in when I share the comparison time frame from a couple of months ago. And something else to point out too, there was only like 139 sales for this 2-week period. So again, I'll tie it in, and because this is where it gets interesting. So 2 bedrooms, average price of $1,070,000 and median price of $892,000. Average days on market 28, and with a median of 18. So basically, what that's saying is that if you tie that in with the rest of what I'm talking about here, in just for this 2-week period, for the 2 bedrooms, because the median is very similar to the medians of the other ones, so that means that there was a few again, more properties sitting on the market for longer, but also with that big difference in pricing, you've had some really sort of larger properties sell at this time. So now, if we look at the August numbers, so the August numbers are quite interesting because the sales numbers, it was about 35-40% more sales in between August 10th to the 24th than there was in this last 2-week period. And the main reason for that is because of the interest rate hike that happened on September 7th. And as and just if you look at the numbers of sales, on a week-to-week basis or a bi-weekly basis, they're dropping. You're seeing a reduction in sales by about 15 to 20% per time frame, which brings us to the number that I've shared here of the 139. So, but here's the other thing that's interesting, which is kind of an opposing to that, which is, so the average price in that 2-week period was 626,000. So it was like a where are we here? Yeah, so the average price was about $190,000 less than the 2-week period of September 22nd to October 6th. And the reason for that is very simple, is that just the market was busy because there was a run-up before that interest rate hike. And now it'll be interesting to see. Now maybe things were really slow this week because it was just, obviously this is the Saturday of the Thanksgiving weekend, and obviously, and usually the week before a long weekend is quite slow. But it'll be interesting to see over the next 2 weeks, what the numbers look like, especially given the fact that we've got another rate announcement coming up this week, and my sources tell me that it is going to be another increase. So what does all this mean? It means, it depends on what school of thought you're in. It means that buyers still have confidence in the market. People still are taking advantage of it. There's lots of reasons for this when you look at things from different points of view, and when you take in more than just the interest rate, it can actually make a lot of sense when you look at pricing versus now versus a year ago versus what the forecast is based on what we're talking about. So there's a lot to there's a lot to take in. So for a little bit more detailed information, please feel free to reach out to me, and I'd be happy to to discuss more specifics with you on both sides, whether you're thinking of buying or selling. Anyway, that's all for this month. We'll see you next